Okay, I'm reading the reviews on this wedge or the description as to what it says it does, and this is absolutely incredible. If this proves to be true, this club might be game changing. Stick around in today's video to find out what club that is, and spoiler alert, we're giving it away again. Alright, so the club we're talking about today is the Square Strike Wedge. Again, we're in our car, so you already know we're coming at you with a club review. We got front seat club reviews. That's kind of what we do on the channel. You know, if you do like club reviews, if you like giveaways, if you like golf in general, hit the subscribe button for your boy. We got videos coming out every single week, whether that's a club giveaway like we're doing in today's video, whether that is a fun golf challenge with a bunch of friends, whether we got, you know, a special guest on the channel. We got all kinds of content coming out in 2022, and I'm very happy to keep putting videos out for you guys. Keep showing love, keep hitting that like button. Again, let me know in the comment section what kind of wedges you use. We did this on the Kirkland video, but we're gonna give away the Square Strike Wedge today if it performs pretty well. So let's go ahead and see if it does. So supposedly the Square Strike Wedge is engineered with an anti-chunk sole. So you cannot chunk this club, which I think is pretty interesting. I know a couple of my friends, I'm thinking of one in particular, that absolutely chunks almost every single wedge. He scoops so low into the ground that if the ground's any kind of wet, he just gets way too much ground and the ball goes maybe 20 yards when he was intending it of going 40 yards, right? That's kind of the swing power, and everything that he put into it was supposed to be 40 yards, but it ends up going half that distance and he wastes a complete stroke. And it really hurts his game. And so I'm wondering if maybe this club can help him. And if you kind of feel the same way about your own game, maybe you're weak around the greens, maybe this club will help you. So we're gonna check this out. This is the club that we have on tap today, the Square Strike 60-degree wedge. Again, shout out to my Uncle Brian for letting me use this club. It's in his bag. He has all the clubs that I want to do reviews on, which is really funny and interesting. But it is a 60-degree lob wedge Square Strike. This is the black club face. I know it comes in green as well. There's varying degrees from this club as well. I've seen it in 45 degrees firsthand. I've hit it once or twice, so this club's not foreign to me. I've just never hit the 60-degree Square Strike, so we're gonna see how it performs today. I want to accomplish a couple things. I want to see if this is something you can add to the bag. If you don't have a very high lofted club, if this is a good 60-degree to add. And then I want to compare it to the Kirkland 60-degree, which is currently in my bag that I use almost every single round that I use. If I'm in the sand trap, if I'm greenside, I always use the Kirkland 60-degree. So we're gonna see if this Square Strike can compare to that. They're both 60 degrees in loft. I'm gonna see if maybe I hit one more consistently, maybe I hit one higher, maybe I get more backspin. We're gonna test all that out in today's video. Let's get on the range and test out these clubs against each other and see how we do. I'm gonna warm up with my own Kirkland 60-degree, and then once I'm warm, I'm gonna hit this 60-degree Square Strike club. But I'll let you know what's going on in each hit, of course. And yeah, let's go test it out. Also, a side note, we are giving away this club if we hit the like goal, 350 likes on this video, which I know is an insane like goal, but I've seen you guys hit the craziest like goals that we've already set on this channel. So if you're watching this video and you want to be entered in to win this club, all you have to do is hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, go down in the comment section, let me know what wedges you use. Again, we did that for the Kirkland, but we're gonna run it back. It's the same prompt. And yeah, you'll automatically be entered to win it. We gave away a set of Kirkland wedges to a lucky person in the comment section on that club review already. I guess the set club review would be a more correct term. Either way, we already gave away a huge giveaway, and we're doing a bunch of them in 2022. So again, to enter, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and go down in the comment section. You can honestly say anything. I don't really care what you say. Just enter a comment and you'll be entered, because that's how I can pick, that's how I can see your usernames and stuff like that. So all right, let's get out there, let's test this club out, let's do it. So for some reason, I always forget to go over the price in these videos, but today I'm not gonna forget. This club is $84 on Amazon, which is kind of pricey for a wedge, if I'm being honest. The Kirklands are about $210 for 3 wedges, which is 70 bucks a club. And here we're looking at $84 on Amazon for the Square Strike at any loft. So it's, you know, it's a little bit more on the pricey side, but if you're just looking for one club to add to your bag, this might be it. I don't know. Let's test it out. All right, I'm gonna start off by hitting my current 60 degree that's in my bag, the 60 degree Kirkland signature lob wedge. I hit it pretty good. Let's see how consistent I can be today with it. So I know the sun's getting kind of bad, but I was consistently hitting that from 50 to 60 yards, which is exactly how far I hit this thing when I full swing. It was going really, really high. It was taking about 3.5 to 4 seconds to land. I couldn't really look up because the sun was that bad, but again, now let's hit the other one and see how it compares. That was the Kirkland wedge that I already have in my bag. Now I'm gonna try the square strike one. One thing I do want to say is I don't think I'm hitting this how it's intended. I'm doing full swings right now, and everything on the website said that you could use a putter stroke to hit the club. So I found that I was a little inconsistent when I'm full swinging, and that's just because I'm catching a lot of ground. I put everything into my lob. If I'm about 60 out, I put everything into my lob, but and that usually leads to a lot of height and a lot of backspin. And the Kirkies are fantastic. And it might be unfair to compare this to the Kirkland wedge because that's a really, really good wedge. But now I'm gonna try and hit this like a putter stroke, like how they say, how they advertise, and see if it turns out any better. I'll tell you what, that was actually kind of fun. The putter stroke, I don't really know where you would have that shot where you would need to hit like a putter stroke lob wedge, but it's actually interesting. I was flipping it up and over this ravine. It wasn't going very high at all, maybe 10 feet in the air, which isn't very high, especially for a 60 degree, but it was kind of sticking. It did have backspin, so you know, maybe if you hit it like it's supposed to be, like it's intended, you have better luck than I do. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more shots and show you guys what this thing actually looks like on the ground. And then, yeah, we'll get into some final thoughts, and then, yeah, we'll close it all out. But so far, very mixed reviews on this square strike. When I hit it high and far, it's okay. When I hit it close, like within 20 yards for a little flip shot, like a putter stroke, it's better. Let's see if I can get this thing to be great. That's what we really want. So one thing this club does do is it kind of gives you some more confidence. The head is pretty big compared to most lob wedges. Like, it's thick from behind. So if you need to really like drive through something, I don't know, it gives you kind of confidence when you're setting up to the ball. As you can see right there, I mean, it looks pretty fun. And compare it to my other wedge. So you can see right there on the very top is my Kirkland 60-degree wedge. And on the bottom is the square strike. You can see that the square strike is a lot more square when you go to strike it. It might leave more room for error, but you can probably do less things with it. Like you could probably spin it less, you could probably bend it to the left, to the right less. I don't know. Let's keep testing it out and see how it compares. So one thing I'm really interested to test is to see if this thing can hold up in thicker grass, because it is such a big head and it does give you a little bit more confidence than a normal lob wedge looks when you address the ball. So there's some thicker grass literally right here. I'm gonna put it in there and see if I can get the same amount of loft, because I think that's where there could be a huge advantage for this club right here. So as you can see, I have some of the balls set up already in this thicker grass. Yeah, I think this is a good test, because I think that a lot of times a normal lob wedge will twist and turn when you get into that rough, and that can really cause some problems. But I'm gonna try and hit it out of this rough with this this club that we have right here, the Square Strike 60 degree, and see if maybe it has a massive advantage over a normal lob wedge. You can see how this thick grass is kind of comparable to like a greenside rough that you would have on that normal course. That last one was actually a really good example of like just getting, you know, horribly murdered by the lie of your ball, and it still ended up helping me pop it out of this thick grass. I think this club can be incredibly strong in the rough lie. Let's keep hitting a few more and make sure we can come to that conclusion from the tests we're doing today. Okay, so I know we're gonna get very, very specific today, but I think this club has very specific use cases that make it actually a really good club, and one that you might consider adding to the bag. So hear me out. If you're in this thick grass, like this is actually kind of like how a real course would be set up. Like you roll in past the fairway into this thick grass, you made it out of the ravine. You didn't roll into the ravine, which is good, but can you cross the ravine and get to the other side, and if the green is right where that pin is? And I think the answer is yes. So let's actually play that scenario out. I'm gonna put it in this thick grass right short of the ravine, and I'm gonna use their putter stroke, and I'm gonna try and get it as close to that red pin as I possibly can. I think this is a good experiment as to like a very specific use case for this club, just so that way we can kind of figure out what its strengths and weaknesses are. First shot, that was pretty dang close. Let me be real. Okay, this is kind of a glitch. We found a golf glitch. Oh, that one was just short, but I got caught in my backswing there. That wasn't the club's fault. That was my fault for sure. And that one was definitely my fault as well. Let's hit a couple more. That's pretty close. That was pretty close too. That's right on it. That's on it. That's on the red pin. Maybe 2 more shots at it? I know this is a very specific use case, but honestly, I think that this is a very strong showing for the club in this specific case. I've created this scenario and it's performing really, really well. So let's hit 2 more, see if we can get, we can't get closer than that, but. Okay, I don't know. I do like this club for very specific purposes. All right, you guys better hit the like button because I'm about to stare into the sun for this outro. You guys ready? Oh yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so how do I feel about the Square Strike 60-degree lob wedge? It's very interesting, let me tell you. I didn't know what to expect coming into it. I really had no preconceived thoughts or opinions about this club or the brand in general, Square Strike. I know they have other degrees of loft. We will be testing those out in the future, so make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss those. But I'm mixed. I was more consistent with my Kirkland lob wedge, but to be honest with you, I think those are some of the best wedges in the game. So to compare this to that, is it really fair? I mean, yeah, we can do it. But do I recommend the Square Strike over the Kirkland wedge? Probably not. Now, there are very specific scenarios in golf in which this club would be an asset to have in your bag. I could see you playing from the rough, only having to go less than 25 yards. This club being very, very strong. If you're greenside and you set that thing up in the rough, and a nice little putter stroke, I think you can chip it right out of whatever you're sitting in and onto the green, plop it right next to the pin. And I think that that's very strong. It's important to have because, for one, I go over this a lot on the channel. When you're greenside and you're in some thick grass, they really don't make a club for that. And I think this might be that club. Now, we've tested out the 70-degree Hummingbird. We've tested out the hybrid driver. I think you can use both of those greenside. If I'm being completely honest, I have used hybrids before greenside, just in a nice little putting chipping motion. And I think that's what they designed this club for. So I do think that this club has some really, really good strengths. Will I recommend you add it to the bag? I can't recommend it. I can't recommend against it. I think it's up to you. Test this thing out if you get the chance. If you have a family member or friend that wants to go halves in on it, and you guys could try it out. Again, I think that there are definitely strengths and weaknesses to this club, as in any club. I don't know if it's better than my Kirky, but it's a pretty good club. And we're giving one away if we hit 350 likes, so hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section something, I don't know. Let me know what your favorite color is or what wedges you currently have in the bag, and you will be entered to win the giveaway of this club. Yeah, and then maybe you could test it out for free. That's the ultimate goal, is to help the most amount of people possible, grow this community, get that much better, keep putting out videos every single week. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I don't know about this club, but I definitely see where the appeal is, and I see why they designed it and why it exists in the first place. So, all right, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace and love, all good things towards you in the future and in 2022. That rhymed. I'm out.